Okay, so it's 18 minutes before 9 here on Morning Live. It is so funny, you know, when we as South Africans see that Santa Claus caricature with a white beard and a red suit surrounded by snow, it's almost like we can't understand it because here it's boiling hot, it's summer and it's party time. Christmas and the festive season really is in high spirits at the moment. So, especially from this weekend until after New Year's Day when everyone seems to be on holiday mode, and some of you are looking for ideas for that perfect Christmas lunch or braai, we've got some help for you.
Indeed we do. So as you can see, we've got a spread in front of us. But of course, what we will also be doing is talking to some indicators of what you could perhaps do, serve up this festive season. And to introduce our guests, we have with us this morning twin chefs, Lebo and Tebo Ndala. And we're also joined by Nicie Vorster, spokesperson for the South African Rooibos, SA Rooibos Council. So to all of you, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So I'm loving the setup that you've done here. We're mixing a lot of things. So let's begin by talking about how South Africans interpret a Christmas lunch. I mean, is it the traditional way or is it a little bit different?
I think it's, you know, as Africans, you think of 7 Color Sunday. Yeah. Like Sunday is feast day.
Yes,
so
yes.
Christmas is feast day.
It really is.
Yeah.
And this has just taken it to another level.
Yes.
Yeah, feasting to another level.
Yes.
But I think what's so exciting is that we're allowed to infuse so much of our local things into it. And this is exactly what you've gone and done. So perhaps you can explain to us a little bit about what you've brought out here and then we'll take it further.
Okay. So our star ingredient today is rooibos. So there's rooibos in every single thing we have here on the table.
Yeah.
We have gammon. And it's glazed with rooibos.
Oh, you're kidding me?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
and
that's amazing.
Chai cupcakes, which also has rooibos inside of it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have iced teas with rooibos. And we have like a virgin martini. Yeah, so we call it a titini.
Something you can have.
Yes, yes. I'm excited. There's something I can have.
You
on
can
this
have
table.
the titini and you can have the cupcake.
And I can have the cupcakes.
Yeah.
This is true. But of course, you know, talking about rooibos, and this is something that South Africans are very passionate about. We love our rooibos tea and also all the other products. You know, we're talking about glazing. I never would have thought about glazing with rooibos, but obviously it can be done. But Nicie, you must be very excited that rooibos is being used so widely.
Yes, definitely. It's impressive. And we didn't even ask for it.
So also, there have been times when there were talks about patent issues with rooibos, but this is a proudly South African product. So where are those issues right now?
Yeah, it's definitely a proudly South African product grown in the Western Cape, can only be grown in the Western Cape, in the Cedarburg and Sandveld area. So in 2012, 2013, we had some issues where rooibos was being used, or the name of rooibos not associated with the real thing. And the purpose of the Rooibos Council is really to promote and protect the brand of rooibos nationally and internationally. And we then approached the European Union and asked for protection, and we're very successful in getting rooibos as a geographical indicator protected. So it's on the same level as champagne and port now at the moment, where no one can really use the name if it's not the real plant, you know, being used from the Western Cape.
So how much are people spending on rooibos and related products right now?
Yeah, I mean, the rooibos industry has really grown over the last 10 years. We recently did a survey just on the hectares under rooibos, and we estimate there's currently 57,000 hectares of rooibos out there, which is double than what we had just less than 10 years ago. So it's really been growing.
All right, I want to talk to the ladies now because, I mean, you know, this is the first time you're appearing on Morning Live, which is great. So I want to know, firstly, I know you never ask a lady how old she is, but you're young enough to do that. How old are you both?
We're 25.
Okay, you're 25. So when? In October when?
On the 9th.
On the 14th.
Oh, that's why we love you so much.
Exactly. I mean, I see now we're moving closer. Us Librans are now coming closer to the table here. So, okay, now when did you start cooking together?
Wow. My mom is a very good cook. So we started off watching her cook at home, and it was so fascinating for us. We used to help her mix the dough and stuff like that. So when we took it on in high school, we actually really loved it. We considered it as a career.
So you pursued it in school, in college, and
it's our life now.
So, I mean, did you cook for your friends? Did you cook for the family? Were you always you were always in the kitchen, and you both loved it? Because, I mean, like, you know, you find that maybe the one took to it, the other one didn't. The one influenced the other.
No,
did you both love the same?
Both, like 50-50.
That's fantastic.
Like 100-100, actually.
Oh, 100-100. Okay, so this is big.
Yes.
I mean, we're above the bar now.
Yes.
But I mean, when you sort of, obviously you need to find different angles, because there are so many chefs out there, and everybody's trying something different. Okay, but besides the beauty, the brains, and everything else that goes with it, you've got that. But clearly your recipes also have to speak to what you do. So what makes you unique? How do you try and infuse what you do to make yourselves different?
Wow, so we always try to mix cultures.
Okay.
Yes. So maybe, for instance, we'll mix South African with Thai.
Yeah.
Or West African with South African.
Yeah. We always try to include other cultures and other foods in our cooking.
And other flavors as well.
And in the same thing, we're learning about cultures and food. So we're constantly learning about food and how to cook it. So that's fun for us.
Yeah. So where were you brought up?
In Pretoria.
In Pretoria.
Yes.
Okay, so very close to here. And predominantly, what did your mom enjoy using? And when we talk about the culture, I mean, what were you used to eating the whole time?
Wow, she always puts curry in her food.
Really?
Curry powder.
She loves chili.
Yeah, and chili.
Okay, so hot, spicy foods is something that you enjoy.
Yes.
Which I think is great. I mean, what are your sort of plans? I mean, what are you guys doing? I mean, where do you see yourselves in this industry?
We are currently doing a lot.
Yeah. Talk to us about what you're doing.
We love hosting pop-up restaurants.
Yeah.
And we would love to take it international one day.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
And
amazing.
we also work in the food and media industry.
Yeah.
And we work as food stylists and private chefs. So we literally do everything. There's no limit to us in our career. And we just want to build an empire.
And that's so nice.
Yeah.
Private chef.
Wow.
Something to put on my bucket list. But, Nicie, coming back to you and the whole rooibos situation. So when one thinks of rooibos, you think tea. You don't think entertainment much and how this could be infused into that. But evidently, it is going places.
Yes, no, definitely. And it's interesting how it changed over time, because just a few years back when you thought of rooibos, it was a beverage and a hot beverage. But in the last few years, and I think it's also the younger generation coming through that want choice, you see rooibos being used in various ways. Recently, rooibos cappuccinos and lattes became very popular, and in the UK, Starbucks recently added lattes, rooibos lattes, to their menu.
I haven't tried one yet.
That's
I've
fantastic.
seen it on a menu, but I haven't tried it yet.
No, I haven't tried that. I mean, I'm a rooibos cappuccino fan, especially when I tried to give up. Well, I did try. I successfully gave up coffee and caffeine for a while, for a few years, but now I'm unsuccessfully back on caffeine. But that was my drink of choice, was rooibos cappuccinos, and it was just, that was amazing. I mean, I think that was a great development on the take on rooibos tea.
Definitely, and it's caffeine free.
Yeah,
of course.
exactly.
And then on the other side, you get alcoholic beverages. So these days with gins, like you said, Leanne, it's growing. Rooibos infused gin, cocktails, and then also some wine made in rooibos barrels. I'm not sure how much of the rooibos gets into the wine in the end, but you also see that. So it's really becoming quite versatile.
So, ladies, do you use a lot of rooibos? I mean, did you know you were coming with the Rooibos Council today?
Yes.
Okay, so you designed it around that. You knew.
Yes.
So it's not like this isn't just a big fat coincidence that everything has rooibos in. So you knew. But generally, do you use rooibos in your cooking?
We drink so much rooibos. My mom says we don't have blood anymore, we have rooibos. That's how much rooibos.
But don't you give rooibos to babies to kind of stimulate their appetite kind of thing?
You've forgotten, haven't you?
I have forgotten, but I seem to vaguely remember something. So it would make sense if you have rooibos and all of this. I mean, if you're running a restaurant, people are going to eat.
Yeah, they are. Can I try this? I mean, I'm busy looking at it. I know you're not going to have the ham.
I'll try the rooibos.
You'll try the rooibos, but you're not going to try the ham.
No,
Okay,
I'll have this.
I'm going to go into this, sorry. I've got to try
So what
it.
exactly am I drinking?
So that's an iced tea. We made a rooibos simple syrup. We added peaches inside, and to make it like cost effective, we added sparkling water.
Sparkling water.
Yes.
This is really outstanding.
Thank you.
You have to try it.
As is this.
Thank you.
Love
this is
love
a
it.
tea.
Is there any sugar in here?
Just a little bit.
Just a little
so we made
bit.
a simple syrup with rooibos tea and a bit of sugar, and you boil it until it reduces. and then you're gonna add sparkling water to it and fruit of your choice.
So just hang on one sec now. I'm going to start on this on the gammon because I've never. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. So you said you soaked it in rooibos.
Yes. So you can boil it in rooibos first.
So you boil it in rooibos.
Yes.
How many tea bags would you put?
About 6. Yeah.
6 tea bags
So that's
for
more
one
than
big.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when it's done, you're gonna finish it off in the oven.
Yeah.
So we put it in the oven, and what we did is we made another simple syrup, a bit
on the side.
You can do honey or sugar.
Yeah.
With rooibos tea,
And we put a bit of ginger in there as well.
yeah, and then you keep glazing it.
Yeah.
It is
It's a
absolutely
beautiful
wonderful.
glaze, I must say. Really beautiful.
Really nice, yeah.
And just for cocktails, perhaps just a few quick, tips that people can take away from here with regard to making cocktails.
So with the titini, we didn't add any alcohol, but you're more than welcome to add alcohol in here.
You're more than welcome. Yes. Thank you for that. The last time we drank a sip of champagne once. Let me tell you, we literally, I don't even know if we drank it. They did a whole sabrage act and we got into trouble just for having sabrage. So please don't shout. There's no
Alcohol-free.
alcohol. Everything's alcohol-free. No one shouted us.
I'm drinking it, so there's no alcohol.
Exactly. So what were you saying? I interrupted you. So
Yes,
this
so
is?
you're more than welcome to add alcohol in here. And then we made a simple syrup as well with the flavored rooibos this time.
Okay.
And then we topped it up with just some dry lemon.
Oh, also nice. Oh, this is divine.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you have it, and it is the season, isn't it? And you can see, and I'll try and keep Leanne here to actually behave. Don't eat all of it, Leanne.
No, I'm not going
I know
to.
it's good, but we're going to try not to eat all of it.
Outstanding.
But I'll have a cupcake, I'm sure. But thanks so much to our guests for coming through. And that was twin chefs, Lebo and Tebo Ndala, and also joining them, Nicie Vorster, spokesperson for the SA Rooibos Council. And they showed us, some food and beverage ideas for this festive season. Let's take a break.